We'll find out, I guess.
This episode of The Voice Party has been brought to you by All Roads Overhead Garage Door. Upgrade your garage door and upgrade your life today. Voice Party listeners get a special discount. What's the number, Jados?
510-375-8756.
Call that number, mention The Voice Party, and upgrade your life today with All Roads Overhead Garage Door.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Voice Party. Today, we're here to talk about relationships and healthy relationships. Now, of course, you don't really want to hear that from us, so
because we can't give you advice on that.
So we have
not these two. I don't know, but me for sure, I can't.
So we have guests today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
How you doing, guys? My name is Mario.
Don't be nervous, Mario.
Nah, I'm not nervous, bro.
All right.
I'm from Richmond, California. I'm 31 years old, and I like long walks on the beach.
Well, you're not supposed to say that. It's like you're saying that to the single ladies. What the fuck?
Advertising over here.
I like Long Beach. Yeah. What the hell? Graciela, you have a rebuttal for that? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, whatever. Oh, well, my name's Graciela. I'm also from Richmond, 31. Yeah, I also like long walks on the beach.
Oh my God, this is
work
like
well together. That's great.
Yes, this is like the beginning of the decline. They both advertise themselves to the world.
Oh,
Jesus.
It happened here on our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The Voice Party. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we wanted we were talking about what was this, like a few weeks ago, where like this generation, it seems like this all started because I read this thing about this generation is gonna end marriages, like especially after us. Like marriage is kind of like a thing that's not gonna be with any other generation past us. Like it's gonna start to be less and less. And I mean, no, all right, whatever. Relationship is one thing, but like healthy relationships are like important. And like how do you maintain it? Because it's easy to fall in love with someone. It's easy to like be in like that's a better word, not in love, in like with someone, and that first early stages is it's easy, but then after that it's like fuck, like Lord, please take them away. Like, I don't have the courage to break up with her, just take her please though. But like it's hard. So and like who's a good example of that? Other than I don't want to bother my parents. It's like these are like my other parents. Like they seem to have they have that old school kind of romance and passion for each other. I've never told them that because we hang out, we don't talk about that. But I admire the shit out of their relationship, So
that's real.
That's why I wanted to have you guys on.
Thank you. I was kind of curious to why. So
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining that.
No, yeah, it was like, what is he doing? Is this a party? What the fuck's going on? Like, no.
How long have you guys known each other?
Do you wanna?
I was there for that too. That's why I'm so happy about this.
It goes before that.
Oh, dang.
Back to our childhood.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Something that we
Never mind. I wasn't there for that. Never mind. Yeah.
No. So our moms used to work together. So I'm back when we were like 6 years old, maybe younger. I don't know. They used to work together. So there's actually a picture that one of his coworkers, like later on in the years, shared with him because she used to like host parties or like her children's parties, and we used to be there. And there's a picture where he's there, I'm there, and his sister's there, just like all of our childhood friends.
What?
But it's really weird because I don't remember him. He remembers my cousin, and he doesn't remember me.
Damn, you made no impression, dude.
I wasn't experienced, man.
It's okay.
I mean, they were 6. What are you gonna do?
I'm just kidding.
We're interested in balloons and cake, man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're sitting next to your soulmate, don't even care.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Trying to get a balloon.
Yeah, but yeah, typical like Latino parents, always inviting coworkers and friends.
Right.
So we were there, but we didn't really start like talking till like high school.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, senior year. So.
Senior year.
Yeah, man, you were there.
I was there for that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Okay, like I mean they'll get into it, but this is like something I still remember. I had a barbecue like before senior year started, like in the summertime after in between junior and senior, and like I invited all my boys because Mario's one of my oldest like best friends, and so I had this barbecue and I remember. He was the last one there, and it was just like a little bonfire at that point where everybody was gone, and then I remember he was like, "Yeah, I really like Graciela," and he was saying like, "I think I'm gonna ask her out," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Like, "Oh, sure, yeah." This guy, he's gonna have the courage to ask her out, and then like now 2 kids and they're married. Yeah. And it's like, oh shit! I guess he was about that shit, man.
Yeah,
He meant it.
And that's beautiful because you've like seen it all unfold, Yeah.
It's almost like you two were fated to be together.
Yeah. Now
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you started dating while still in high school.
Yeah. So I asked her out. I think maybe towards the middle of high school, like senior year.
Yeah.
You can pull it towards you if you want. It's that arm moves.
So I was saying like I asked her out like around the middle of senior year, and then after that we just
the middle of senior year. It's funny because this was like before senior year started. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a snowball dance.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Together.
Yeah.
And we weren't technically going out. I just asked her if she wanted to go.
But you guys look good in that picture. I remember like these motherfuckers gonna end up together somehow. I know it. Yeah. But it's funny because I remember that now. You were like, I'm gonna invite her to the dance, and then you never found out whether you invited her. Then they showed up together, matching and shit. Like, oh,
Nice.
And the trend continues.
And it continues, man.
I was telling JD's it was a coincidence. I'm out of sweaters.
That's not a coincidence, really.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't find a sweater for like I want to say like 3 weeks.
That's love.
Yeah.
That is love.
Matching Adidas outfit. Yeah,
like out of coincidence, not like I hate when it's planned. You see a couple doing some planned shit, like the fuck out of here. I hope they break up. But it's like if it's unplanned, it's beautiful. Yeah. That's dope. You really did it.
Nah.
Damn.
Yeah, I was super cold, bro. So I got a sweater. Yeah.
So you guys had been talking for a little bit, and before you got the courage to.
Yeah, it was.
I would say like I consider him like a best friend. Like before, like so the way he hit me up was. He asked me what was the homework for. What was it? History.
You sly dog, you
devil.
What's
other guy that was my friend? Like he texted me like, "Hey, do you remember what the homework was?" And I texted him back. Yeah, it's I'm trying to be helpful. It just like took off from there.
His part of his evil plan
to marry you up and have a couple.
Let me ask her about
together.
the homework. I'm not even in that class, but fuck it.
I was done with the homework.
Hey, do you know what PEMDAS is again? PEMDAS?
So did you see it coming? Did you know? Like he's gonna ask me, and I know it.
Or you
I mean, we were friends. Like I said, like I considered him like a good friend.
Wait, that means friend zone?
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
He escaped! Ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I think there's a difference between being.
I'm just kidding.
Like legitimate friends and being friend zoned. I think that being friend zoned is when
there's no hope.
Well, not just that. No, not just
for
that.
real though.
Not just that. Being friend zoned, like. For me, is when the two people legitimately are not friends at their core, and one person is really wants more and the other person knows the other person doesn't want more, but they're like, I'm going to lead this person on and maybe let them think that maybe they may not have a chance, so I can maybe use this person to lean on and get favors from, and that is friend zoning. That is when you purposely lead someone on to think that you could be more, and you know what you're doing. That to me is friend zoning.
It's also one person being nice because maybe that one person knows that other one can't handle rejection.
Oh well,
and it's like it's a slow torture, but it's like but that's different. I know that was different because you guys were going to stuff together before,
and that sounds to me like they were legitimately friends.
Yeah,
who happen to have mutual feelings later on, and that's beautiful.
That is.
I think that's what a lot of that's what I always hope for. You know, it's like, let me find somebody that I can call my friend first, and then eventually it blossom into something else. Because if you can't be friends together, how else are you supposed to live with each other for 60 years? You know, once that beauty fades, once that sexual appeal fades, and you're wrinkly, another person's wrinkly, can you still make each other laugh? Can you still make each other smile? Can you still make each other feel good inside? You know, and I think that's just the difference, in my opinion. But y'all the experts. I'm over here going on about what I think it is.
Yeah, see, my beauty already faded, so like I gotta find, you know.
Is anything I'm saying accurate?
No, yeah, I mean,
it's true. Yeah.
Honestly, like I don't consider ourselves experts or anything like that. But yeah, you know, it's having a friendship has really like helped us like just keep the spark. You know, just like you said, laugh. You know, just crack jokes together. Just you know, it's helped us get this far.
And I can say that, like, because when I hang out with them, I go over to their house. It's different. Look, there's some couples that I know, and when you hang out with them, it feels like business. Like, yeah, it's my wife. Yeah. Like she's clocking in her time card. It's my wife. Let's go hang out. I don't want to be home with the wife. Like, you know, they look forward to being away, and
she just waiting for you to die so she can collect the life insurance.
Yeah, or the other way around. Yeah, but with them, they like, hey, you really like each other, because they do seem like they enjoy, and that's like. I'm not saying that it's rare, but it's not as common, and it's hard to like. I guess it's immaturity in me, but sometimes I was like, I just need like when partners, you know, I just need a break. Like you know.
So I've done photography for a few weddings.
Yeah.
Out of the ones I did, one couple I was like, you guys like each other. The other ones were like you said, it was basically
papeles way.
No, but it was basically a contract. Like you could tell. Maybe they were like, you know, lustful for each other.
Or they're afraid of being alone. A lot of people, I feel like that's why they get married.
Yeah, that's so sad.
That's probably why I'll get married. To be honest, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
One of the things that I was telling him too is like, I feel like some people think that that's the ultimate goal. Like, you have to be in a relationship. Yeah. And you have to get married because that's like that's what you know, maybe some people's parents did, and like they're still together and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's not for everyone.
No. Yeah, because some people they it's like some of those people are like, oh, once I get this job, I'm gonna be happy. Like, no, that's not some people true relationships. Like, or it's like you guys were friends before you got together. Sometimes you think you like someone because of exterior shit, and then once you get with the person, like, oh, this person's horrible.
This person's and that's the narcissist.
Oh, and that's the worst way to find out that someone's a narcissist. Once you're already knee deep in them with like a 3-year relation, you know, whatever, and yeah. So like for you guys, how have you, because the way you guys are with each other, even though you have like 2 kids now and you've been together for so long, it doesn't seem to change as it was the day you guys like were hanging out at the homecoming football game. Like it's the same thing. Like they still are like that. Like what the fuck, what's wrong with you guys?
Well, I think like the whole friendship part helps out a lot, but with humor, that does a lot. You know, we can't. The thing is, between me and her, we like share a lot of ideas. You know, we have similar mentalities, so I think that's helped out a lot. You know, a lot of things that she wants to do, I pretty much want to do myself
like
as well.
Values,
sharing values. Like even like looking into the future, stuff like that. We've already talked about. You know, we kind of have a goal. And I think that just makes it a lot easier, you know, and we can focus more on other things that, like, you know, we don't focus on things like what people think about, you know, we think about what makes us happy. And I think that's what a lot of people don't really, you know, just for the Instagram, you know, we just focus on what makes her happy and what makes me happy.
Do you feel like sometimes people, if you kind of let a lot of people dictate your moves in the relationship, it can mess up your relationship, like what other people think?
I had that happen to me.
Yeah.
My ex. I realized that she started being a little bit different, and you know, I after a while it hit me. It's like, oh, she's listening to her friends. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. You still gotta have friends. But,
yeah. Right.
But like you guys are saying, like it's whatever makes you guys works for you guys.
Yeah.
I also think like it's the communication that we have. Because kind of like it wasn't a friend that was, you know, I guess like filling my head with something. After we had our first child, our son, he was very cranky, always crying. Like I had to just be there all the time for him.
My son, not me.
Oh,
Thank you for clarifying.
Mario's crying. I don't want to be at work right now. Come pick me up. Sorry.
So like, to me,
I'm forgetting that me and Mario aren't like kicking it right now. Like we're just,
you guys do.
I know. Sorry.
So me, I think the motherly instincts just like kicked in right away.
Yeah.
And it took him a little while.
Oh.
So like, I want to say like maybe
For his
like,
motherly instincts to kick in?
Yeah, for his mother.
Your fatherly
I'm
instinct.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, the fatherly instincts were there because I wanted a son. I wanted a kid, but
Yeah.
like the motherly instincts, like the caring, the nurturing part.
Oh,
it took
yeah.
a little
That's what I mean. I was serious about it. Yeah. Because you kind of, as a parent, you need both, huh?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I think you do. I think a lot of people don't really think about that. You know, it is a thing, you know.
Yeah.
And that's some things that a lot of people lack. And I can say, in the beginning, it kind of took me a while, you know, to really be.
Because you got to be the disciplinary and be sweet and loving and nurturing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when at the time when he was little and like, you know, he just needed attention. My mom actually like because we were living with my mom, she called me in the living room. I was like in the living room crying with the kid, and he's like sleeping. He wasn't like helping me out with that. So her advice to me was, you don't have to be with him. You know, you can leave him.
Was Mario scratching his belly button? Get that baby woman. And I'm just kidding. I can't see that. I'm sorry.
And then, you know, it's just, the first thing I did was turn around and like probably the next day, like I told him about that. It's like, this is what my mom said. It's just like, it goes back to like our friendship, and our communication. Like I communicated that to him first instead of like letting her, you know, dictate what I would do with the rest of my life.
Because it's easy to close up with your partner about something you want to tell them, like, and you just don't tell them. It's easy, like, and just carry it like like a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, that was an issue I had. Like, something bothered me, I bottle it in. And I'm learning as an adult, or trying to learn as an adult. Get it out as best possible, you know.
But then you get it out the worst way possible.
I snap.
Yeah, and that happens, like, you know, from not telling anyone what you have to tell them. By the way, since we're on the subject, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, do you guys have a couple that like kind of, or you know, I think I've asked you for advice on stuff when I had like relationship stuff. You know, I've brought it up when I hung out with you guys. Like, did you guys have a couple that you could talk to, or just being friends, like with each other? Because you know, sometimes it helps talking to another couple. Yeah. Like, am I going crazy?
Is this normal?
Is this normal?
No, I think it was just us.
That's good.
And I have like
no outside influence.
Nah, it was just us being the way we were. Yeah, I think like, you know, with all couples in general, they experience like, you know, the good times and the bad times. It's just a matter of how you handle the bad times, and you know, you move forward from that. And I think like communication, patience, a lot of patience, and just having friendship has helped out a lot. Because I mean, like there'd be times where, you know, we were fighting, or you know, having an argument, and we can move past that. You know, we can talk about it.
And you guys don't come off as like you guys fight. Like, that's there's some couples that
fight before we came.
Oh damn! But yeah, I don't see it. You know, I don't see it. Like, it's there's some couples that they don't give a fuck. They're just like, well, why don't you ask her? Like, oh damn! Like, I've had that at couples' houses where I'm like there, and like, I don't know, why don't you go talk to him? She's the one that knows everything. Like, I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm Enrico, come pick me up. These people were crazy. So you like, it's just like, are you guys comfortable with just being not mean, but like, are you guys mean to each other when you get feisty, like with the, like, you know? I mean, not. I don't want to ask your business like that, but like,
I would say comfortable, but I mean,
because that's what I mean. Like, you're comfortable. Like I got to tell you off. Like, you know, if you have to, because I feel like, I mean, we just had this the other day. And it helps with friends. Like, you know, if I have a problem with you, I don't want to be like, oh, well, I need you to sit down. You know, I only like, hey, motherfucker, I need to let you know real quick. Like, you know.
Well, yeah, with me in particular, like I was always like the type of person that if something's bothering me, I just bottle up and just keep moving, you know. Or I
He
just
still does.
I still do that,
Go
but
punch the wall.
not even.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just drown myself in TV or something, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I was always been like that. Even with my parents, when they would get me mad or you know I would do something bad, I would just go to my room and just vent to myself, watch TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always been like that. So yeah, I also have to kind of like that's not the way she is. She's more like if something's bothering me, I want to talk about it, and I'm not like that, So there was a time where like we weren't like really clicking there, but I think as long as she's open to it and I'm open to like meeting in the middle, I think that's what also like helps create that talk when we're having a disagreement. Because I mean I made it for myself. It took me a while because a habit of always just walking away from a problem. It takes time.
Yeah,
and so much easier.
I know it is.
It
right?
is. Why do you guys want to
about it like nothing happened,
dude? I think you just said I'm glad. It gives me hope because I'm like that. Like, why do you want to talk about bad stuff right now? Like, I'm mad, and I think that's some. Do you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I don't think we like talking about stuff when we're mad. I think it's easier to talk about it like a day after. But like I feel like women, no, I'm not saying anything bad. They want to talk about it right then and there.
We got it like you said earlier. We got to meet in the middle, right? Because us as men, we're like we didn't, like we said in that episode about masculinity, we don't have that skill, but we need it, right? We're human beings. We have essentially the same brain.
The thing is, like, but the thing is, like, when the tiff happens, like, the last fucking person I want to see right now is you. So go wait in the kitchen or whatever. I'll go wait in the couch. I'll sleep in the couch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
I just, like,
I've done it.
Go to a separate room. I don't want to see you right now. Have you guys, how do you...
We have those moments, too.
Yeah.
It's just, like, I have those moments where I'm like, I don't want to talk about it right now. But it depends on, like,
the situation,
like how if it's escalating or not, like just it depends.
I've been meaning to ask you guys this, but like I don't know if you like because I don't see you like I'm gonna sleep on the couch, like I don't see you as that. That's why I wanted to bring you on, like I mean I did that in here in this one room with one room.
I'm gonna go 6 feet over.
Yeah, I'm over here like it's quarantine and shit before that, but like my biggest thing is like I think it's hard to stay friends with. I mean, I guess it's just picking the wrong partner then at that point. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is how do I fix this? How do I
think that's throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
And I think that
I do a lot of that.
I think that I'm the one who's done that.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like he said before. It's like it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of tolerance on his end to like tolerate that from me, and then like what I had to tolerate from him. It's just everybody has their different standards of what they're looking for in a partner.
Compromise.
Yeah.
So I mean, this whole time, like we had to like learn, how to meet in the middle. I think that's important because, like, she'll throw tantrums and then sometimes she just won't talk about it right away.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of like figure out how can I meet her in the middle. Sometimes it won't be like the next day, but it could be like in an hour or 30 minutes. Depending on the situation, of course. Sometimes I'm forced to talk right there and then. But I guess it just
depends.
Yeah.
Doesn't it bug you though when like, or the other way around or whatever, when like the other partner knows you're mad and they don't try to figure it out, like, oh, this motherfucker, like that doesn't that ever happen to you guys? That happened to me a lot when like
it happened to me.
He didn't notice it. Oh, Mario.
It's happening.
Because that's a big thing, and I think that's when like problems start. And like that's what I noticed in like my last relationship is like you kind of have these things and they don't get resolved, and then they start like it's like when you owe taxes, that shit just starts piling up. It piles up, and then all of a sudden you just hate them, like not hate them, but like whenever they come in the room, like, oh, this,
Yeah.
So communication, like that's it, because it's easy communication like with friends. You don't see them all the time. It's easy to
with friends, like you could let things slide.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. And next time you see him, it's all cool, but like yeah, because
with the relationship you're dealing, I mean, I'll speak from experience. Like with in the relationship, like there's some stuff like, okay, now I got to go and figure out how to, like you said, find the patience. and when I was single, I didn't have to do that before. So it's like, it's so much easier to just be this way. Like, that's why I guess I'm comfortable being single, because it's uncomfortable to do all that work.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably everybody. Like, that's like the part of why you don't get into a relationship, because that work, it's draining.
Yeah. I know people that, the one that confuses me is people who need to be in relationships. That they're barely getting out of one and getting into the other, and sometimes not even out of one.
Yeah.
I think that's called codependency at that point.
That one I don't understand.
Yeah.
So, are you guys able to find time to do stuff, just you guys?
Oh yeah, we make time.
How? Yeah.
How? He's Native American, sorry.
Scheduling. Oh no.
How often? What do you do?
How powwow.
Well, it depends. I think luckily for me and for Graciela, my mom's like in our lives, and she helps us with the kids.
Yeah.
Because I think that's
good.
Like a huge hiccup with spending time with as parents, and just finding time babysitting. So my mom has helped us out a lot, and sometimes we'll ask her like, hey, we're gonna go out this day, and the thing is, like, we both have a job, full-time jobs. We're in the management, kind of career path. So our schedules are a lot busier. We both work 40 hours, and the business that we're in, like, doesn't always like let us, meet, and have like a work-life balance type thing.
But we do work in the same building too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Excuses, Mario. No, I'm just
Now we
kidding.
do. But
Taking lunch together.
no, we do a break.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
adorable.
It also depends on the schedule, because
I forgot about that you guys work together. Yeah.
Yeah, but like even when I was working at like a Target, we didn't always meet, but we just got to find the time.
Just breaking the fraternization policies of the company, huh? I guess it's okay if you're married.
I know. Don't tell anyone. But that's the beauty of it too. Is like, you work together, but they seem like it seems like they like hanging out with each other, and it's like. I guess I'm over here like I want to learn about what their secrets are. I'm over here just telling them all my toxic traits.
You're venting, bro.
I'm venting, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think it just has a lot to do with, like, I guess, me wanting to hang out with her, her wanting to hang out with me. We make it work, regardless. Even if it's like a drive out to like, an ATM, we'll still take that. We'll make the best of it.
Yeah, someone once told me, if it's love, you meet on the highway if you just want to see each other.
Yeah.
No matter how busy you are.
Yeah.
And it sounds like what you guys have.
And you guys have 2 kids together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Third one on the way. Nah,
oh my god.
After COVID, bro.
Oh my god. I was like, really?
You guys got the exclusive.
Damn. Like now you gotta have another one.
We've been talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
What age?
9-year-old and a 6-year-old.
6-year-old.
Oh, okay, and they're both boys.
Boy
and girl.
Okay, the oldest one's a boy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Did that? So I mean, you did mention that, but like. Did like not being able to do little romantic stuff for each other affect you guys since you had kids, or you still find ways to do like little dinners, or do you want to just spend time with the kids for the most part? Because I feel like I don't know, does it get like a little bit stressful, or do you miss just being with you guys? I don't know. I don't have a kid, that's why I'm wondering.
I think that when the kids are a little younger, right now they're still little, but they kind of like look for his mom more. Like right now she's not here, but when she's with them, like they search for her, and like they're super attached to her. But when they were younger, yeah, it's just like the family type quality time was like what we were like looking for.
Yeah.
I think now that they're a little bit older, we like just this week for his birthday, we I mean there's nothing really we can do. We can't travel anywhere because of like COVID and everything. But we did we booked a room in Emeryville and at the Hilton. We ate some Chevy's right off the side of by the water.
Yeah, by the water.
We just watched the sunrise, watched the sunset. It's just like that's kind of what we did for his birthday. It's just we got away for one night. It's just it's the little things.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm over here, fucking. Never mind.
Yeah, but it kind of goes with the kids too. Sometimes we have our moments where, like, we just want to spend time with the kids.
Yeah.
But it depends on the situation.
Do you guys prank your kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, give us the dirt, please.
Yeah.
Well,
I've always thought, like, man, I would like to prank my kids, like pretend I like disappear from them at the store to see how they react.
Oh no!
I just did that 2 weeks ago.
Created some
Real?
abandonment issues. Oh my
Like, they
goodness!
just started freaking out. They started calling her like, "Hey, we can't find Dad." Like the back door.
Oh my gosh!
That's okay. All right. Okay. I feel because I always thought, like, if I have a kid, I want to prank the shit out of the little person. Yeah. Do you do that?
I don't. I thought I would, but the amount of work it takes to get her back, I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
scare her.
Yeah.
Then I have to get her to not be scared of whatever situation.
Hell yeah.
So I don't do it. I thought I would. I thought I'd be there.
Yeah.
Right, because you're co-parenting, so then it becomes like, Dad, I was really bothered last time I went over there, and Mom
I don't
goes,
wanna-
you're not coming back over there.
I don't want to go with Dad. He scares me.
Yeah, you could legit lose your daughter that way. I feel you.
You got full custody.
But see,
because of a prank.
they're both still together, so they can afford to scare the pants off their kids. Where's their kids
that's
gonna
what's
go?
up.
Also, my kid has a temper,
Oh yeah.
and so I don't want to trigger it. I'm cool.
I mean, okay.
I think all kids have a temper, though. No.
Yeah, they do.
All kids have a
All
temper.
kids get angry.
In their own way, they have them. Too.
Some have worse tempers than others. Like
That's a lot of pressure, man. Like a kid, like you're downloading all your personality into this little person.
It is insane, dude.
Well, hopefully you're only downloading the best parts of your personality.
If
that's
that's
the pressure.
possible.
That's the pressure. Like
You worry about that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it could be, like, I feel like with me, like, it might be like a little thing that they capture and then it spirals out of control. But I don't know. I guess
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's like a movie we're about to see. I don't know.
But they pay attention.
Yeah.
They do.
They'll
really
bring up
do.
something like random that happened like last week, and they'll be like, "Oh, remember when you said this and this and that? Oh, you remember?"
Dang.
Yeah, they're learning everything for the first time during that age, and they're absorbing everything like sponges in the way that adults don't. Most adults, because we get wrapped up in all types of stuff, but their world is so small. You are their world. So yeah, if you do. I always tell people, man, like, because I work with kids, and parents often say, well, do as I say, not as I do, but they're gonna do as you do, even if they don't do it while they're under your thumb. When they get to be adults, they'll be like, well, Dad always drank 2 bottles every Friday night. I don't know why, but I'm drinking this Jack every night. Just I told you not to do it. Yeah, but you showed me, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
You're the role model.
Well, that's what you gotta.
No pressure.
You gotta.
No, I think our kids are pretty great.
No, yeah, they're good kids.
Yeah.
I'm godfather to their daughter. Yeah.
They couldn't have chose a better guy.
No, I'm pretty sure there's some better guys. But I appreciate it.
So, if you don't mind me asking, did you guys ever have to deal with jealousy, and if so, how do you?
That's a good question.
How do you deal with it?
Well, with me in particular, like, I don't show it. Like, with any of my emotions, like jealousy, I don't show it as much. But I mean, I do. Like, if I see somebody talking to her, like,
I'll say this: if a guy shows interest in Graciela, Mario will text me the person's information.
you gotta
And then that person just comes up.
Joaquin.
We got it.
Point him out.
Point him out.
I'm just kidding.
No, but for real, it's like, okay, so you don't say it, but
done.
I mean,
yeah, I think it's natural. At least I think it's natural.
And I think everybody,
Like, have those, from time to time, have jealousy.
Yeah.
But I'm also like very confident in in our relationship.
Yeah.
So in a way, like, yeah, I get jealous, but I also trust her a lot. Where I don't have to like really worry about it. Yeah.
What about you, Graciela?
I think for me, at the beginning of our relationship, I was dealing with a lot of insecurities.
You have to let this motherfucker know, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
I was just dealing with a lot of insecurities, and I think that maybe I didn't show the best parts of myself. But yet again,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I would have left me, but yeah.
That's important that you say that, though, because a lot of people don't like think back to what, like, you know, I know some shit I did, like, yeah, I would have left my ass a long time ago, and the person did, so good for them. But you know, like, it's that's like I think if you're not growing together, like, that shit's not gonna last.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I obviously didn't do.
Yeah.
But
jealousy crippled me, like, and I didn't say it. I was like, you, because I knew I was in a. I doubted myself. I knew in a way I was being unreasonable, or you know. Once I got out of the relationship, it was actually really
relieved.
I was relieved. I was like, I don't have to feel that anymore. I
don't have to see who's looking.
I didn't care. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know.
Because you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And then no one's looking. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. That's like I mean, shit. That's okay. You said like at the beginning, but now, not really. That's not for both of you. That's not like a thing.
For me, no.
No.
I'm pretty confident in like what we have, and
I like how you look at it like, yeah, I know. He's like, Mario, why are you sweating?
Getting nervous?
It's hot. It's cold in here.
No, it's gotten better. That's part of, like, you know, those things that our lows and highs. You know, we have our good days and, you know, our good moments in particular and our bad moments, and that's just one obstacle that we had, like, kind of overpassed. Yeah, because she was jealous, you know, but I saw, like, the finish line. I saw, like, the initial what I wanted, and, you know, it was easy for me just to be patient and kind of work around it. And
sorry, it's really funny because it makes me think of, like, I think the whole, I don't know if you guys like have seen it or whatever, social media, like the toxica. Toxic. And it's like they kind of glorify it.
That's bad.
And it's like, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like mental, like, abuse.
It's like rewarding bad behavior. And it's horrible because there's like young kids watching that shit thinking that's normal, which it's normal because it happens a lot, but it's not good.
Right.
Yeah, you don't aspire to be
it's like the man-child thing where it's like, oh, look how cool that is.
Yeah, like you shouldn't have fights that, like, as a couple, that you end up, like, you know, like a girl pulling out a knife on you in an argument, like, you you know, that's and they glorify that.
And why are we only labeling the women as toxic?
Exactly. All right.
It could be just as toxic.
I think
everybody. Everybody.
You know, I agree. I totally agree. I think I've never seen there be any humorous sketches in regards to, like, a man that abuses his wife, but we have definitely seen in sitcoms and comedic sketches where the woman pulls out the knife and it's supposed to be funny, which says a lot about the way we view women as far as them being quote unquote dangerous, or a lot about how seriously we or don't seriously we take, like, you know, abuse coming from women. But I know someone who was physically abused by his own wife, and I can tell you that it is a very serious thing, and it is a very unfortunate thing, and very real. Very real.
And it's very, very more common than we think. Yeah. Like,
it's no laughing matter.
No, I mean, I'll be honest. I admit, like, there's at one point I remember joking about something like that with a coworker who, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, it's like the same thing. Even though, like, they say, you know, a woman can't hurt you as much, but, like, nah, they could you know, they could just as easily, because it even if it doesn't hurt you physically, psychologically it'll fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't see that person the same way anymore after that shit.
No.
Yeah. I was gonna say, for you guys, like, how long do you stay mad at each other now? Like, do you notice, like, after years of being friends, after you have, like, a fight, like, do you notice, like, it takes less time to go back to being cool?
Yeah.
Well, you just fought right now. Fuck. Right now you seem pretty chill.
Yeah, I know. I think it does. The arguments are not as big. You know?
They're little stuff now.
Little stuff here and there.
I wanted colored lights on the Christmas tree. No, I wanted white lights. Like, you know.
Yeah, just little stuff. I know. Even our biggest fights, we never want to, like, for example, we never want to sleep mad at each other.
Oh, that's good.
Try to, like,
that's really good.
I think it was one day where we probably went mad like half night. And then, you know, we kind of made up after that.
You woke up screaming, ah!
Well, I think either her or I did. I went to the bed, or I got closer to her and we just hugged it out.
Oh.
You know, we did talk about it the day after, but
Yeah.
we know we're not that type. Like they just go to bed and not talk for hours, you know, or even days.
You can't have an ego.
Nah, you can't, bro. You really can't.
That's
what
my
kills
mistake.
it. Like a lot of like maybe in my part, like with some of the mistakes that I did, like certain arguments, is where I put my ego in front. You know, and that's where I noticed, like, you know, I'm messing this up.
That's when you end up sleeping in the fucking couch. When your ego takes over, like, nope, I'm not apologizing. Yeah. I'm not sorry, like, you know, and then you end up in the couch and yeah. I'm speaking from experience again. So you rarely go to, you don't go to sleep mad at all.
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
And like the length that, like you asked, like the length of like how long we're mad at each other, it's not very long. I mean, a lot of the times now, it's like if I get upset, like he comes to me, he knows how to, like, you know, hug me, give me a kiss or something, like, oh, don't be mad, say something funny that'll make me laugh, and then I'm all over it.
Humor does it.
If you use it right, because it can backfire.
Oh yeah, You ever heard of relationship ending jokes?
Oh man,
I'm an expert at that.
Yeah, why don't you teach it to us, JD?
No, I'm over here trying to learn the good stuff.
Just so they can learn how not to.
No.
Like, don't use this one.
Yeah, no. Do you ever have young couples like hang out with you guys and like ask you for advice, or have you ever mentored a young couple?
Or is it just podcasters that ask you?
Or would you be down to, sit down with a young couple and like talk about?
We just talked about it today. Yeah, we did have a couple. It didn't work out. I mean, but you know, we tried.
Oh, with them?
Yeah, we gave them like our point of view and how they could work on it, but it didn't like really like. You know,
not a good track record.
Yeah.
Not a good track record, Mario.
Hey, it's not your fault that they couldn't hear good advice.
It's true.
1-0, bro.
1-0. It's all good. Hey, I remember I used to come over with my partner and look at this now. It's actually 2-0. No. 0-2. Oh, damn. Yeah. It's all right. I'm working on something new, and you know,
hey,
the new partner needs my new future partner needs a stamp of approval from these guys.
Okay.
Well, there was like I think in one of our moments when we were like kind of struggling, not struggling per se, but we were having issues. Was when I was like, you know, having issues on my own. Like I think around that time we weren't spending as much time together, and it started getting to my head like where I wanted to spend time.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a phone call.
Oh. Shoot, sorry about that.
Yeah, so, no, I think it was like mostly me.
Is that? It's not me.
His phone's off.
Yeah, my phone's off. Is that your phone?
No. It ain't my phone. No one's calling me.
Sorry about that. I don't know what's causing that.
No idea either. Damn.
All right, sorry about that.
That's all good. So you were.
So we're sorry.
So what I was saying is like when I was struggling personally is like when we weren't spending time. I think I forgot where I was working at, but we just weren't spending much time. And then the little time that we were spending, like there was like things that were getting in the way. So that's when I started like making a big deal out of things. So
I remember that.
Yeah.
Good,
I mean,
good for you.
It bugged me. Like
he suffers in silence. That's why.
Because we did have arguments. Like I just wanted to spend time.
Yeah.
And it don't always really happen. And I think the turning point there, and that's where like my mentality like really started changing was when we just one day we're fine. We're going out. I forgot what we were doing, but she was like looking into books. You know, we started reading books.
Oh, wow.
So I started reading books. Like it was like more like the fictional, like Jack Reacher stuff like that. And she started getting more into like more like self-help type books.
Psychology.
Yeah. And she came up on a book that really helped me as like like kind of figure out like where I was coming from, and then where I needed to meet her needs. Because like we've always been happy, right? But we've struggled here and there. And trying to like really like completely link. There was like little things that we would link, but it wouldn't last. And I think that's a lot of things that I feel like a lot of people struggle with. But with this book in particular, it helped me kind of like really like go down to like details on what makes her happy. What was the name of the book?
Something love languages.
Like
there's like 4
Oh,
or 5,
yeah.
The 5 love
6.
languages.
Oh yeah.
So like in my head, like before that book, I always thought like I'm doing something to make her happy, and like what am I doing wrong, right? So with that book, it helped me like there's more than just like making her laugh or telling her I love you. It was more than that. It was like, what can I do for her like to just like have like
what's my love language?
Yeah, what and it helped me like like kind of made me feel like look.
What are some of the love languages?
One of them is
quality time.
quality time.
That one's mine.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Physical touch.
Oh, that's mine. That's mine right there.
I think it's gift giving.
Yeah.
Like receiving gifts.
I'm a fan of that too.
It's something like doing chores for somebody or doing stuff for them. Yeah.
Acts of service.
Oh, there you go.
And I can't remember.
Yeah, but the thing with me, I already knew exactly right off the bat. I know.
What are you?
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Yeah. But with her, I think that's where I kind of had to like really figure out because I couldn't
And
really.
you don't have to just be one. It can be like a combination.
Yeah.
I think that's with her. Like her language is more than just one. So I struggle, not struggle, but
Is humor part of this? Because that's like all I got.
But yeah, I had to like really like go into detail what it was that it made her feel love, and I still don't know, but
You're gonna find out.
Eventually.
I mean, can she tell us?
You have a lifetime.
Well, she doesn't know either.
Yeah.
You have a lifetime to find out. Yeah.
But it did help me like try to figure out like there'll be times where it is quality time where like she wants my undivided attention, and this helped me with that. And some of it might be gift giving or here and there, so it might be a little mixture of everything. But it helped me like kind of like really like put my mind into like her mind, like figure like where I'm coming from, where she's coming from.
Doing the
was,
work.
Like, yeah, because it is, bro. Like really is like you just think like, oh, I'm here, I'm present, like so that should be enough love, right?
Yeah.
Or like I'm here with the kids, I'm spending time, like that should be enough. But it's more than that. It is work, And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want to put that work, and that's where I feel like relationships can go down.
I think also I think this is a mistake that I've made in the past, dude, and I'm sure you guys figure this out. Sometimes when you get in a relationship, you kind of expect the other person to be like a finished product. Like you're not there yet, like but like you guys you got to keep working on that shit every day.
I'd probably do that.
You do that?
Yeah.
I think we all do that.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
And like what you guys did, doing like helping each other get there and getting there together, not just it's like something But with that, do you feel like you guys are still very individual? Like you have your own individual self, or do you think that's like
have you fused into one person?
Have you fused into one person?
I think we're very different.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at like my music taste and his music taste, like a lot of people think, I feel like people think like we have to have everything in common.
Yep.
But no, we're very different. He listens to some stuff that what do you listen to? The 80s?
80s,
Stuff
I love
like
it.
Yeah, I know. We listened to music together. We went drinking.
Yeah, banda
Machos and all that stuff. Like,
You're his musical soulmate.
I am his musical soulmate. You know what's funny? When we hang out, when me and Mario go out and like drinking and eating tacos or whatever, I have friends who are like married and or who have like girlfriends that they're living with. And there's a difference, like some of those dudes, not all of them, but a lot of them, it's like for them is like an escape, like, oh, thank God, like, oh, I can breathe. And with Mario, he just looks like he's doing me a favor because I'm depressed. And he's like, I wish I was home with the family.
When can I get back to my wife?
Exactly. I want to go back to my warm house. This fucking loser over here.
Well, it's funny because the last time that you guys did go out, it was kind of unfortunate that night our daughter had an allergic reaction. I was like, no, just go. And like her face was like all
I remember that.
red.
We talked about that a lot. Like he was worried.
Yeah.
And it was like, Mario, can you stop texting for a minute? I'm here right now. She's gonna be fine. I'm just kidding.
This is my love language.
I know, yeah.
It's my night. It's our night. Come on.
It's funny because I posted that picture of I posted the picture of him on my story. I'll share it with you guys later later, but it's Mario sitting like this at the bar. He's like, I'm fucking dying inside.
Now, are you a godfather to both their children?
No, this is just the daughter.
Yeah.
Just the daughter.
Ari, yeah.
And you monster. You should have sent him right back.
He told me when I had already picked him up.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I didn't.
okay.
We were already on the way. Like, oh yeah. She like, oh man. Like, you sure? And like, yeah. Yeah. Like, okay. Like,
Well, what's the allergy to?
She's allergic to. It was like I use this liquid for ants, and I think she's allergic to that. Like every time I didn't notice it the first time. I'm like, what is it? And I use it again.
I remember
it's just
that,
like,
yeah.
she gets like blotches on her body.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's just chemicals. Because
Yeah.
when we moved into the house, to the new house we're in, the shed had like a I think it was a weed killer.
Oh,
and same
yeah.
thing. She was playing around there and she started getting like bumps all over. So we have a feeling it's chemicals and pesticides possibly.
brings me to another good question about this. Do you guys like have disagreements about what like with the kids? Like you, because I'm sure you have a way. You each have your own things that you'd want to do. You wanted to do, or you thought you wanted for your kids, like on how to raise them.
I think that's like the part where we most agree on.
Wow.
Really?
That is crazy.
Raising
Dang.
our children. And
That's
what we want for their future, and just
that's rare because I know
I've been
that's
butting heads with
yeah. That's where people like a lot of couples break up. Like, oh, you want to raise them Catholic bullshit, like
the breaking up doesn't help once the kid exists.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
you
but
know?
like they have a lot of disagreements
Yeah.
with how you're raising the child. Like I know I would have had with past.
The funny thing
relationships.
is that me and my ex, we talked a lot about what we wanted, but like you can't talk about everything, and things come up as you.
As they go, yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna, take her to private school. No, paying for no private school. Gave you that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the like our choices with their kids has been like some of them have been planned, like this is what we want to do. Some of them kind of like on the fly, where like, oh, what about what if we do this? I'm like, yeah, we should. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not always planned. We talked about a lot of things, but kind of like what you mentioned, like sometimes
You
things
just on the
come up.
fly, like
Yeah. And we've been lucky that we share a lot of like the mentality. Like things that we didn't talk about, with Aiden, our first kid, and now we're talking about with like, with the second one. We come up with it like, yeah, that's exactly what we want to do.
because you got to make those decisions on the fly.
Yeah.
Like your kid's already here. I think the main takeaway from this, as far as like working on relationships, if you're not mature together.
Yeah.
I think that's I'm sure anyone can benefit from that. Because
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like where you were mentioning, like a lot of people want like a finished product.
No.
And I mean, me and her, like personally, like when we started dating, we were in high school. I didn't have a job. She didn't have a job, and then we slowly like got up this ladder. I started working at fast food. She was at a coffee shop, and like little by little, like we started
You
getting
built together.
Broke.
Yeah,
like
we
when
were-
we had our son, like
Yeah.
we were living off a wick.
Yeah.
And now you guys are homeowners.
Yeah,
That's
I know, bro.
that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, but it was rough. Like we didn't have it together.
Yeah.
I struggled. She struggled. There was times where when she started working at IKEA, she got up the ladder. She was making more money than I am, and that's where a lot of people, I feel like men feel like insecure.
The pressure.
And then,
The pride comes in.
yeah, and the pride, and that's where also relationships broke. And not at least with me in particular, like I encouraged her, like I was happy for her.
That's good. Yeah.
And now.
This-
Little by little we got up to the same ladder. But I think that's where a lot of people like struggle with, just getting approval from other people. Like,
Yeah.
this is my final product, and it takes more than that. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, no,
you hang
definitely.
out with
Life
a lot
is-
of machistas, chauvinist men. They're probably like, your girl's making more money than you.
Yeah.
Sometimes the women resent that too.
Right,
They're making
yeah.
more than the men.
like, oh, I'm doing all this work and my husband is
I'm open for that. Any ladies out there listening, make a lot of money.
I was-
looking
I
for a
was in that-
sugar mama, JD.
Kamala Harris' husband. Shit, that's where I want to be.
I was-
like that kind of shit right there. Yeah.
I was.
I mean, I'm pretty sure whoever married her is no slouch, though.
Oh yeah, I'm just kidding. Like, I'll stay at home. Fuck
But
it.
Oprah's husband, I mean, what the Sam Hill does he do?
Exactly.
Well,
like,
Oprah never
that's-
did get married.
He's just there.
Well, he never. They never even got married, and they're still together. That's right. Never mind.
Because then a lot of times, man, like bad people will get in your head about stupid advice, and then you start resenting your partner of the stupid shit they say. And I know you don't really have a lot of, like, all your friends are good people. I mean,
Yeah.
almost all of them.
But yeah,
I'm a good example of one not to be like for them. Like, hey, don't be like that guy. Okay, all right.
yeah, I have a small inner circle, but the ones
Yeah.
that are there, you know, yeah, I feel like they are. You know,
That's good. That's
not about quantity; it's about quality.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Fine wine,
definitely.
baby.
You know, I read a while back that a few years ago that Japan was having high divorce rates, and they said that the reason for this was because that a lot of the Japanese families, they're a very kind of a caste system. You know, it's sort of like if your father was the milkman, you're probably going to end up being the milkman or some job on that level. If your dad was corporate, then you're probably going to be it's expected. And anyway, so you have a lot of marriages that don't necessarily spring up because, oh, I just love this person, is my choice. It's more like, well, no, you're from the right kind of family, and we kind of equal out. And anyway, the idea is that these guys retire after having gone to work 9 to 5 every day, and they were great providers. The kids are out, and then like the couple's bored because they don't really know each other anymore. That's like, the woman's got this stranger hanging around all day, and they're like, let's end this. What are we still doing this for? And it goes into something else I read that said that really you have to kind of get to know your partner every so many years again, because tastes change, favorites change, favorite music. It's like, you got to continue working until you're old as, nuts and bolts. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just stop. Like, it's not like a movie where the wedding happens and then the credits roll and then everything's just, smooth from there. It's like, yeah, I like the Motley Crue when I was 16, but come on now, I'm no longer 16. Like, the lyrics are asinine and I'm into jazz now or whatever,
Yeah.
And have you guys come across that during your relationship at all, where it's like you realize, hey, I kind of grew out of that, and where one of you had to kind of relearn the other a little, or is it too early in your journey?
No, I think we have. Even with style, like clothing. Back in high school, you baggy pants, tall tees.
Mario was a thug.
Hell yeah, bro.
Bay Area,
Exactly.
hyphy shit, and he grill on, and he was like, yeah, you couldn't understand a word he was saying, but he was in that shit.
Yeah. and slowly, like, my style.
He met Graciela like this, like, fuck yeah.
Well, that's why you didn't get friend zone. You don't friend zone thugs.
You don't friend zone thugs. Mario was a down ass motherfucker, bro.
I tried, man.
She was.
Yeah, like, I think one day, we went to Old Navy in Hilltop Mall, and we were just shopping for clothes.
They have Old Navy in Hilltop Mall?
Used to, bro.
Oh, they used to?
No,
Damn.
not Old Navy.
It was a different
Anchor Blue.
Anchor Blue.
Oh, I remember Anchor Blue.
Anchor Blue. We were just shopping.
Throwback.
And throwback. And she got me I think it was like a polo or like a button up. And ever since then, like,
Oh, hell no.
bro, I don't know what. I was the color, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I love that. And I mean, yeah, my style changed after that.
Yeah.
Like less fitting,
Now you got the parted hair and you you're a professional with the sexy beard.
I tried, man.
Yeah.
It's not fully grown, but it's there. But yeah, no, I think it's just little things like that.
Yeah.
Not not too extreme, but like we also learn a lot of things new. Like kind of was mentioned, we learn new things about each other. Even though we've been this together this long.
Yeah.
Music.
You're growing together.
Yeah, we are, and like a lot of things, like I remember, I want to say like maybe a few months ago we were just talking about music in particular, because I'm like someone that like really loves music, and once I like a song or a particular genre, I get stuck. It's just, to me, it's like a lot about the melodies and stuff like that. And I was just telling her, I was expressing to her like what I like about a specific song, about music in general. It's like, and I was just like, and it was just things that were coming on the fly, on the top of my head. I was like, yeah, if I wasn't like working in, doing this and I had a like career path, I would probably be like a producer, because like there's just so many things that
It's never too late.
I mean, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe not. I don't know. But I was explaining this to her, like, this is what I like. A good song to me is like the rhythm and then the lyrics, and then I was just kind of puzzling things together. And I remember her face, she's like, I never knew that. It's just like little things like that you learn, on the way.
And you appreciate about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of things with her, like the same thing, like, oh, I didn't know that. It's just, you learn things, and then I think it's just a part of like a relationship. Like, you shouldn't be like, I know everything about you and I'm gonna stop learning. Like,
you never stop learning.
No, you have to like, try to figure out, or not even like little things like that, or just come to your head and you learn something new.
That's a good way to end this. And I want to say this to them, and then they're here. Like, I remember, there's been things that I thought I wanted in life, like when the job I have now, I worked my ass off to get it. Like, yeah, this is what I need to be happy. And now that I'm there, like, no. It was like, nah. Not necessarily, it helps, but no. And I remember when they first bought their house where where they live, they invited me to their homecoming, homewarming, like barbecue. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And I remember they had just got a dog, and they were like, we were sitting down to eat dinner, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, what they have, like, that's what I aspire to, like, to have. I don't know how to tell you that. I don't like telling them this shit because it's weird, because they're friends.
So you gotta say it publicly.
So I gotta say it publicly. But when I saw, like, because I was sitting there, and it was like him and her and Graciela and Mario and then the kids, and everyone's laughing, and I'm just kind of like eating my steak. Like, this is beautiful. Yeah. Like, this is like something I for sure later on or whenever that I aspire to have. Like, like I was like fucking jealous, like, oh. Like, because it's like they're my age.
Toxic trait number 41.
I know, toxic trait.
Jealousy over there.
I know, and I'm over here like eating, my other godson's Jellos, like. So it's what I wanted to do with this, like, it's important to have friends like that, because they aspire to something positive like that.
I had a friend like that who got married right after he got out of high school, or maybe right after we graduated he got married, and he was that one where I was like, you know what, like, this is possible, even though we do have a 50% divorce rate, like, here's this couple that has known each other since high school. I was there when they started dating, and then they got divorced.
Jinxed it.
Well, high school sweethearts are rare. Successful high school sweethearts. I mean,
Snoop Dogg's one of those with his high school sweetheart.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. And that's also like my parents.
He's still with his high school sweetheart?
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents, been together since they were like 16. I mean, they didn't go to high school, but that's basically high school sweethearts.
The idea of Snoop Dogg being married is a strange one. I guess current Snoop Dogg, sure, because the one that hangs out with like Martha Stewart and
exactly.
Yeah,
that's
I can
the
see
real
that.
Snoop Dogg.
But like the Snoop who was on trial for murder and used to sell drugs and was rapping about pimping, not really.
But that Snoop Dogg, murdered. He was all in self-defense. And he was famous, so it was kind of...
Yeah.
But anyways,
you're right.
What I want to say is just, like, have friends like that, because then, that have those qualities that are good for you. And I just wanted them to know what they mean to me. Yeah. You guys have any closing thoughts or any, that the listeners could take away from that you guys would want to get out there?
Well, with me, is like I kind of said, in my opinion, I'm not an expert, but in my opinion, a good relationship and a strong relationship is about communication, patience, and like the will, like, no, just to give up when things get hard, like, just like easy, let's just split or let's get a divorce and
disposable.
Go 50-50. You have to, in the hardest time. It's kind of like the saying, like, the character shows when you're down and how you get up, So it's kind of like that, I take it, at least me, I take it like that, where, when it's tough, that's when we got to struggle the most, and like, be patient and just kind of keep fighting forward. And after that, the rest is really easy, honestly. It comes naturally. If
you got the right person.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, but basically, right?
It is, yeah.
And I'm happy that they, that's awesome that they found each other, like, but they didn't really find each other. They were there all along. Yeah. What about you?
The same.
What he said.
Yeah, what he said.
You guys are fusing into one person. That's what happens.
We'll take it. Well, finish it off. Unless you guys got any closing thoughts.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been The Voice Party, and we are out.
Yeah. That was an hour.